You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Welcome back to the desk. I'm joined by Danny, Kelly, Ryan, and Pat to break down the NFL playoff race and what's going on in each league. We'll start it off in the NFC. Danny, your Rams 7-2, Eagles 8-1, Rams 7-2, Vikings 7-2, Saints 7-2. Close race. We'll start with you, Danny. Who is the legit threat to the Eagles? Who can catch the Eagles? Who can pass the Eagles?
Yeah. It's a tight race, and all of these teams are very, very talented. I mean, the Saints are really clicking. Their defense is better than it's been in a long, long time, and their running game is exploding even. Drew Brees isn't even playing that well, and the Saints are killing it. But I'm going to have to go with the Rams. I think the Rams have what it takes to get it done. Their offense has been dynamic. They have the most points in the league, and we're really going to see how they shape up with these teams because in the next 4 weeks, they're playing 3 of them. So we're going to see what happens. I think they'll be able to get it done in Minnesota. They are 5-0 on the road, so I'm confident with the rest of the season that the Rams can keep it up.
Danny, I don't even think they're going to beat Minnesota next week. That defense, Jared Goff's going to have big problems against and Case
Keenum's going to have a picnic? Come on.
Case Keenum's been great.
Jared Goff's been great.
The Rams
He's got
defense
7
is
touchdowns the
mediocre
last
at
two
best.
games. He has 666 yards,
Donnell
7
Hunter,
touchdowns, no interceptions.
Donnell Hunter and Everson Griffin are elite defensive ends.
Okay.
Plus Linval Joseph up the middle.
I'll give
If he
you
doesn't
that.
have Todd Gurley to
I'm
run
not
the ball,
saying it's going to be a
Jared Goff
cakewalk.
can't handle it. He's not going to be able to do those, the
5-0 on the
Tupac and
road.
Elvis, those audible calls because he doesn't understand where the sun rises and sets.
It
Jared Goff
doesn't
has
matter
no
if he
chance.
knows where the
no
sun
chance.
rises and the
in
sun sets.
Minnesota,
That's not going to help
in this
you win
new
games.
beautiful stadium, there's no chance Jared Goff's going to be able to handle Case
We'll see.
Keenum.
Funny as well.
We'll see.
They play the Saints right after that.
Yeah, it's going to be
So
tough.
your team is taking 2 L's back to back because New Orleans
I know a Broncos fan didn't just tell me that.
We're not talking about them right now. We're talking about your Rams. The Rams are finally good for once. And guess what? The Saints now, the 2-headed monsters coming at you. Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara are coming at you. You don't have to worry about Drew Brees throwing all over you now because against that secondary, my boy Kayvon Webster there, they're going to throw all over him when New Orleans goes into St. Louis or Los Angeles, wherever you guys are.
St. Louis slip.
Whenever. And now the new and improved Saints, the defense, top 7 and top 5 in points.
I'll give you that.
Top 7 in yards allowed. The Saints are for real, and they're going to beat your St. Louis Rams. Los Angeles.
Twice?
It just shows how bad they are, bro. How overrated they are,
7-2.
right? Overrated.
The worst offense in football to the best offense in football.
Let's go to the peacemaker on the desk, Kelly.
Well, Danny, you have an ally because I'm backing up the Rams as
Here we
well.
go. Here we
I'm
go.
sorry, but they're just so explosive right now, and we have to give it up to Sean McVay for a rookie season as an NFL coach. What an improvement from Jeff Fisher last year, really. I mean, he's worked some wonders with Jared Goff in that offense, so I think you guys...
To play devil's advocate here, the Rams, it is impressive what they've done. They have had big games, but the wins aren't as impressive on who they faced, so I do have to side to them at the same time. Exactly.
We could put 51 up on the
If
Giants.
Then do it. Then do it. The Giants beat your team. What do you mean your team can put 51 up on the Giants?
I said our team. I said
why
us.
didn't you?
I said our team. My team. I was there. It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my
Are you
life.
saying William Patterson?
I thought, no, no. William Patterson will not do that. I said us 5, okay? We'll take them on.
To play devil's advocate, the Rams need a convincing win. If they beat Seattle, I'd say they'd have some conviction, but they did lose to Seattle at home, so they do need a convincing win. To go over to the AFC side of things, the Patriots and the Steelers sit atop of the AFC. Tight race. It's normally everyone hands it to the Patriots. Doyle, we'll start with you. Can the Steelers top the Patriots this year?
I think they can. I'm going to go out on a limb and I say I think they can. It's 2 top-tier offenses, and you have the Patriots score a ton of points. Pittsburgh scores a ton of points as well. Their offenses are extremely well. If we take a look at the numbers, New England's yards per game are out of this world. 409 yards per game, 358 for the Steelers. Look at the passing totals, both over 250. Rushing, neck and neck. But look, guys, people say numbers never lie. They do in this case. Pittsburgh is better in almost every single position, except for quarterback. But they still got a Hall of Famer named Ben Roethlisberger, who has 2 Super Bowls and has been to a third. He's pretty darn good. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Pat, I see your face.
The big difference is the coaches. Bill Belichick runs circles around Mike Tomlin. What happens every time the Steelers go to New England? The Patriots wax them right off the field.
There's one difference, in my opinion, this year. The Steelers have a really good defense.
I will give the Steelers
Young,
that.
Sean Davis,
Ryan Shazier
tremendous
and all
Artie
those
Burns,
Cameron
TJ
Ingram, all
Watt,
those players. I
tremendous.
won't give them that. Their defense is a lot better this year, but no one realized the Patriots defense, beginning of the year, absolutely horrendous. Second half, they have been great. They're only allowing about 15 to 16 points a game so far.
They have been stellar over
and the
last
Steelers
month.
are the #1 seed right now. If they win in New England a month from today,
better hope
December
they do.
17th, they get home field advantage in Heinz Field. Good luck, Tom Brady.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree. I mean, the Patriots, they do this every year, and then every year we wonder if a team can beat them, and we always kid ourselves and try to pick who can do it, but we know nobody can. This year, it can happen. That Steelers defense is firing on all cylinders, and the offense is exploding. That stat graphic we just looked at, those were the numbers through Week 10. We didn't want to factor in last night's game. It's not quite fair to the Patriots because they've only played 9. But, I mean, those numbers are getting up. Those numbers are going to be higher. They scored more points than they averaged. They had more passing yards than they averaged. Those numbers are going up. I think the Patriots will, too. They got Oakland this weekend. They should have, an easy time with them, but this Pittsburgh team can get it done, and their schedule the rest of the season is not very difficult. So they're going to have the wins.
Kelly?
Steelers, absolutely. 4 of their 6 next games will be home, and they've just got so many weapons, Despite a lackluster performance last night from Le'Veon Bell with only 46 rushing yards, we did see big plays from Jesse James, Martavis Bryant, Juju Smith-Schuster, and most notably Antonio Brown. He caught 10 passes for over 144 yards and 3 touchdowns last night against the Titans.
In the league, no question.
Agree, and not to mention he's already over 1,000 receiving yards for the season.
That's the only thing that scares me about the Patriots playing the Steelers is Antonio Brown. But is it me or is it every year the Steelers play them, someone always gets hurt? I feel like they get soft when they play the Patriots, Pittsburgh. They better man up over there.
1 month from now, it's going to be fun. The Patriots do play the Steelers. That could be the determining factor for the number 1 pick, or the number 1 seed, excuse me. Switching over from the top to the bottom, the number 1 seed to the number 1 pick. A lot of teams are awful this year. Who is going to get the number 1 pick? Danny, we'll start with you. The Browns, can they hold on to their precious number 1 pick again?
No, you know what? I actually think the Browns can string together 2-3 wins in these next couple of weeks. They're not as bad of a team as their record says. I mean, they're not getting blown out. Even last year, they weren't often blown out. They were in these games. They just couldn't get it done. And I think they will have some success these next few weeks. San Francisco, their schedule's tough. I mean, they got to play Seattle still. They finish the year with Tennessee, Jacksonville, and then they play the Rams. And I don't see San Fran winning any more than 1 more game if they can even do that. I think they're going to get it.
Kelly?
I agree. I do. I'm going to go with the Giants on this one, but I agree that the Browns probably could pull off a win, maybe against Chicago or even Green Bay. Kills me to say it. But the Giants, they're the second worst record in the NFL right now, and I think that the addition of veteran guard John Greco just isn't enough. It's too late in the season, and it's just too little.
Other people in the mix, you have the 49ers in the mix, the Colts in the mix, but it seems to be between the 49ers with 1 win, the Browns with no wins, and the Giants with 1 win. That's all the time we have for the NFL. Do not go anywhere because up next, Mike Riggy and the Hockey Crew return.